So I'm going to give this to you guys straight. Anybody can give you specs, anybody can tell you what's shiny, what's new, what's bad. I'm going to give you from a consumer's day-to-day use on the LG G6. Things I like. First part, this always on display is gorgeous. It's a little hard to read in some lights, but I like it better than Samsung's because as you see we get little notifications and when they pop up, they pop up. One of the things that's very obvious about this is, as you can see, we're losing bezels. And that's great. We're putting a 5.7 inch screen in something that's very, very comfortable to feel in one-handed use. Along with the body, other than the screen, we're losing kind of curved edges, and that feels really comfortable in the hand. Curved edges make you believe that your phone is thinner, but it feels, I love the feeling of this phone. I love it better than my iPhone 7, my S7 Edge. On the back of the device, as you can obviously see, we got the dual camera system, two 13 megapixel shooters, one being a wide angle and one being a standard, and your fingerprint home button combo. You got your two volume buttons on the side, speaker grill, microphone port, and your USB Type-C charging connector with Qualcomm 3.0. A couple things that LG adds is knock, which is you double tap and it turns on the screen, which is a nice little feature. Nothing that I can say that's used always, but if you need to look at the time and you don't have the always on display, knocking is very convenient. You can also use it to turn the screen off. Nice little Snapchat there. So, in our device, as you can see, even though it's not an AMOLED, it's an IPS LCD display, but the colors in the picture look gorgeous. Now, I'm not a huge fan of LG's skin that they put on it, even though you can still double tap on the home screen to turn it off. You can't with a skin. So I put Nova Launcher on and I gave mine a very Pixel-esque feel, because I believe the Pixel has the nice software, but not the nicest hardware. The G6 is a very comfortable hardware. Onto the camera now. Now, you're buying the G6 either because you want the screen or you want the camera. So when we click into the camera, we have our standard mode, which this is what you'd see in your standard viewfinder. Then when you activate the other second 13 megapixel, you get more of like a GoPro feel to it, which is it's going to zoom out. You also have the same with your selfie camera. Now, the camera, compared to the saturation that the S7 Edge and Samsung phones gives to you, it's a little different getting used to these crisp photos. But in the end, once you get used to them, they're gorgeous. Now upload them to the video so you can see them in a higher resolution. And that's everything in technology, though, has its downfalls. Every flagship does. So, as we are gorgeous in bright light, our pictures in low light aren't so good, but that's almost in every flagship nowadays, so it's not something to gripe about. When it comes to specs, you're looking at 4 gigs of RAM, which means your multitasking is going to be super smooth. And when you combine that with your brand new Android Nougat with your multi-window support, it fits really well with that 2:1, 18:9 aspect ratio. You're going to be looking with your Qualcomm Snapdragon 821 processor. Now, that is last year's best processor, but in a 2017 flagship, it's really no big deal. So, all in all, when you're looking at a phone like this, you're going to ask, is this worth my money? Now, if you like minimal bezels, you don't like being mainstream in the Samsung Apple market, you want something comfortable that's still going to catch people's eyes, then I say yes, the LG G6 is for you. If you want something mainstream and you have to have the latest processor, then you might want to go with the S8, but in my opinion, I feel that is not the way to go. So this is Liam from Rowski OS signing off.